Hey, this is C&D Channel. I'm Chris. This is Dave, and this is MMA for you. We're going to be doing our predictions for Bellator 68, which is going to happen on MTV2 on May 11th. We got the featherweight tourney final. We got this a bantamweight tournament semifinal as well. What do you think about this, man?
Yeah, this card's pretty okay. It's nothing, nothing fantastic, but it's not a lot bad. You got a final going on, so
Yeah.
something worth watching for.
Yeah, two tourney fights, but the other two fights are with guys that have been kind of more mid-tier than anything else as of late. So, I mean, Zaromskis is awesome to watch and all. But, why don't we just get started, man?
Absolutely.
Okay, Marlon Sandro fights Daniel Strauss for the featherweight tournament final.
Well, I think in here Daniel has a good chance to win. He's really big for his weight class, big for the featherweight. He is a grinder. Okay, that tells you all.
Yeah.
Improve his standing out. Really good on left hand.
He was hitting Mike Corey with that left hand all night, man. That's awesome.
So I mean, furthermore, he has a good wrestling, good cardio, good BJJ, strong in clinch, and I mean again, squander, very strong. I mean, I think he has a great potential. His body size will help him. His strength will help him. As a wrestler, you definitely utilize this. It's gonna definitely help him out. Good BJJ, everything connects with each other. Improve his striking, but he has a good chance. So if he utilizes his wrestling, utilizes his BJJ, there's a high chance for him to win this one.
I'd argue though that as strong as the wrestling is, I'd argue that Marlon Sandro's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is better than Daniel Strauss's. He trains at the famed Nova União Academy with guys like Jose Aldo, for example, and whatnot. He has really strong stand-up. His uppercuts are deadly, man. Daniel Strauss has got to watch out coming in because he might run into one of those. Marlon Sandro has power. I am a bit concerned because the size and also the wrestling. I think Daniel Strauss is always a tough fight for anyone.
Yes.
That's the thing. You watch like Patricio Pitbull fight him, and Pitbull had to work. He had to incorporate stand-up and takedowns to beat him, but he always had to be working. And that's the thing with guys who beat Mike Strauss. It's usually not that easy. They have to work. He makes people work for it.
This is why I'm taking. I mean, again, I know your guy has a good uppercut. It's dangerous. I mean, Daniel can take a couple of not a problem, but he definitely gonna make you work. He definitely gonna tie you up. And with his wrestling, with his strength, you gotta watch out a lot of grinding motion. I feel that if he does it right, there's a chance for him to win.
Okay, next fight after that we have Marcus Gavel versus Travis Marks.
I go for Travis Marks, 19-3-1 record. Not too bad. 4 KO, TKO. I mean, full winning streak. I mean, not bad at all.
Yeah, no, he has that upset win over Matsukasu Ueda, and he's big for his weight class as well. But, Marcus Galbo, man, he's a guy that's been impressing me. He beat Ed West in his last fight. His stand-up's solid. He has solid stand-up. He showed against, like, Alexis Villa, Ed West, he's not much of a finisher, but he has good, well-rounded skill. He trains at Nova União as well. He has strong Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the ground and really good takedown defense. He's really strong in the clinch as well. I think it's a very interesting style matchup here, but I think Marcos is going to take it.
Well, vice versa, I will challenge you with Travis. He's a wrestler, so his wrestling is pretty good. His takedown defense is not too shabby. So on wrestling wise, I think Travis have upper hand. And again, he has a good BJJ as well. Again, he's pretty big for his weight class. The strength, utilizing the wrestling and the top control and BJJ, it's not going to be an easy fight.
No, it's not. But you mentioned top control, and you have to get Marcos down. these Nova Union guys are notorious for having good takedown defense, and Galvo's is no exception to that. You watch like the Joe Warren fight, for example. I mean, Joe Warren just could not take the guy down. They just have really good takedown defense.
I agree. I mean, it's not going to be easy for Crawford neither, but if he want to win, Crawford, you better just get your game up and, really attacking with your wrestling skill, with your strength and your wrestling skill. That is way to go.
Okay. Next fight after that, Carmelo Marrero fights Seth, the Kimbo Slice Killer, Petrozelli.
Yeah, your favor, but I don't know. I think Camaro can win this fight. 14 fight, that's not too bad. I mean, 2 KO, TKO, 6 submission. 31 years old, but has a good wrestling.
It's good wrestling. I got Seth Petrozelli, man, the silverback, winning this one. He's got some heavy hands. He knocked out Rico Rodriguez pretty in his last Bellator bout. He has some heavy hands, good stand up. I don't like his cardio. He's also just 32. But that I like Seth Petrozelli to win this one. He spots some pretty tough guys besides Kimbo Slice.
Yeah. But again, I question is that cardio issue. I mean, definitely would be his advantage. I mean,
No.
rather than weakness. And I think with my guy's good wrestling, it can tie you up. It can literally tie you up.
Yeah, we'll see, man, if you can even get him to the ground.
Well, again, it doesn't matter to attempt, right? I mean,
Right.
wrestler. The one thing I like a wrestler is they have a pretty decent cardio, so they will attack. I mean, Jack Shield attacked 10,000 times. Look at it again. Sometimes he wins, sometimes he loses. It all depends.
Okay, cool. Next fight after that, we have a rematch between Joaquin Spirit Wolf and Marius Zaromskis.
I think Mario gonna win this fight. 12 KO TKO. This guy is pretty strong, and he's training AKA 2-5-1 string strong kicks. Talk about kicks. This guy's head kick is gonna kick you to Beijing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, good stand out, very creative stand out. I mean,
He won like a very previous fight by I want to say it's a cartwheel kick or just something that was very unorthodox, and it was awesome. That started a finishing sequence. I mean, this guy, if you see some of his highlights in Dream, he actually tries to pass guard by doing a backflip. You see him turn around for a split second, and then he backflips into the dude's guard.
See, this is that thing. This is a risky move, either he or miss. But the problem is, a lot of fighters these days, especially some of the mid-tier fighters, they are so well. Some of them, are very typical, very technical. They don't really can take a surprise like that. When you're outside the box, sometimes people just don't know how to react. And with his style and solid, it definitely create a panic or create a illusion, and kick your ass.
One thing I will say in Spirit Wolf's defense, I'm not picking him to win, but he's a game opponent. He's fought some top guys, despite his 9-9 record. He does not have a good record. He's always been a guy that's always in the fight. And that's the thing about Spirit Wolf. That's why I don't think he'll be surprised or anything like that by anything that Zaromskis does. However, I think Zaromskis is going to have the superior stand-up and finishing ability as well to win this one.
I agree. Again, the creativity, the head kicks, definitely going to help me out a lot.
Cool, man. Cool. Well, let's go on to the prelims. Gotta admit, I'm not, some prelims for Bellator are awesome. This one, So there's some good guys like Marcin Howard on here, Jeff Lance. Otherwise, it's not the strongest prelims for sure. But let's just get started.
Let's just get through with this.
Okay, Don Carlo Klaus fights Jacob Kerwan.
Okay, Jacob, next.
I remember seeing Jacob Kerwan. He lost his last fight against guy fights in Team Quest. Got his name for a minute, but he did beat Rene Nazare, who was in the lightweight tournament. He has good wrestling and good top control. I expect Kerwan to win this one. He's actually trading wins and losses right now. I think it's Dave Jansen, if I'm not mistaken. He's coming off a loss, so hopefully this one should be a win.
Well, again, his opponent Don 8-6 record, not that good neither. 3 losses by submission, only one win out of the last 4 fights. I mean, I think his opponent is not strong. I mean, I think Jacob will win this fight.
Yeah, no problem. One thing that's interesting about Don Carlo Klaus, he trains that Team Bomb Squad, and actually on this undercard, there's a good amount of guys who train at Bomb Squad that's fighting on this undercard.
Interesting.
But next fight after, actually, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that John Jones used to train at Bomb Squad before going to Jackson's.
Oh.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think he did. Next fight after that, Marcin Held fights Derek Kennington.
Marcin Held.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Marcin Held. 20 years old. He just beat Felipe Nova in his last bout. Being that young, I mean, the sky's the limit for this kid.
Absolutely. 2-5 win streak and 6, submissions, 3 KO, TKO. This guy has something coming out. So, again, his opponent, I mean, 6-2 regular.
Yeah, his opponent's actually solid.
Again, it's solid, but I think in comparison, he definitely have upper hand.
Yeah. And with Kennington, interesting stat with him, all his fights, win or lose, go to a finish. 6-2 record. He has 1 TKO and 5 submission victories. Both his losses are also by finish as well. So this could be very interesting. That there could possibly have a finish in this fight if this stat continues.
Yeah.
Okay, next fight after that, Claudio Ledesma fights Anthony Leon.
Ledesma.
You got Ledesma here too, man. One thing about Leon, he trains at Team Bomb Squad. He's pretty young, 24, but he's only won 2 of his last 7 fights. The thing with Leon, he's been in Bellator, he's fought in Strikeforce, but Ledesma coming off a 2-fight winning streak right now. Got to go with Ledesma to win this one.
I mean, if you look at win and loss, I mean, statistic just doesn't match up.
Yep. Okay, next one is that. Francois Ambang fights Gregory Millard.
Miller.
Admittedly, I don't know much about these guys, but I usually don't pick the guy with the losing record. When Ambang, 1 win, 3 losses, 1 draw. I gotta go with Millard, whose record isn't that great. 2 wins, 2 losses. Kind of a pick him for me. You too, right?
Yeah, I kind of pick it for me.
Yeah.
Again, when you have a fight that you don't really know, like for this fight, for example, I look on records, I look on the stylistic. I mean, this guy have a 1 TKO decision. It doesn't really tell me much, but 2-2 versus 1-3, you're right. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, next one after that, Ang Lasong, I probably pronounced it wrong, fights Jesus Martinez.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is kind of a pick 'em too. I'm going with, honestly, I'm going with Nsong. He's a finisher, Out of 9, he has a 9-7 record, which isn't great. He's coming off a 2-fight losing streak. But, 3 of his wins are by KO or TKO and 6 by sub. Also, I forget what nationality he is, but he's Asian nationality. That's kind of why I'm picking him too, to be honest.
I mean, that's why I had the hesitation. I do like to picking him, but 9-7 record. I mean, it's not. It doesn't impress me. It just when you pick on Rigger, it doesn't. It doesn't impress me.
Right.
Jesus 6-2 Rigger, not too bad.
Solid.
2 KO, TKO, 1 submission. You know, I mean, he training win and losses, but you know, you look at Rigger 9-7 versus 6-2. I can't help it to pick Jesus.
Okay. And finally, we have Eddie Fivey versus Jeff Lentz.
Well, Jeff Lentz 9-2-1 Rigger. It's 4 KO, TKO, 2 submission. 23 years old, still young and aggressive. I mean, gotta choose him.
Yeah, man, I gotta go Jeff Lentz street as well. He's only 23, trains at Pellegrino MMA. He is on a 2-fight winning streak, but also he has some notable wins over Anthony Leon, who's fighting on this prelim, but also Dustin Pegg, who fights in the UFC right now.
Mm-hmm.
The other interesting thing about this fight is Jeff Lentz has already beaten Eddie by knee KO. He kneed him and KO'd him. One thing about Eddie also, he's only won one of his last 4 fights. You know, it's hard to pick the guy. I'll go with Jeff Lentz for this one.
Me too. Let's do a recap.
Okay, Marlon Sandro fights Daniel Strauss.
Daniel.
Okay, I got Marlon Sandro. Okay, Marcus Galvo fights Travis Marks.
Travis.
Okay, I got Marcus Galvo. Carmelo Moreno fights Seth Petruzzelli.
Camilla.
Seth Petruzzelli, the silverback, man. Okay, Joaquin Spiritwolf fights Marius Zaromskis.
Maris.
Yep, Marius Zaromskis as well. Let's go to the prelims. Don Carlo Claus fights Jacob Curran.
Jacobs.
Yep, Jacob Curran, same. Marcin Held fights Derek Kennington.
Marcin Held.
Yep, Marcin Held here too, man. Claudio Ledesma fights Anthony Leon.
Ledesma.
Yep, going Claudio Ledesma there. Francois Ambang fights Gregory Millard.
Gregory Miller.
Yep, Gregory Millard there. Okay. Ong Lan Sung fights Jesus Martinez.
Jesus.
I got Ong. And finally, Eddie Fivey, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Fivey.
Jeff.
Fights Jeff Lentz.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff Lentz. Okay.
Well, this is a great prediction, so hopefully you guys enjoy it as well.
Yeah, man. Cool. Yeah. If you have any comments, just leave them below. And yeah, that's it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.